On the outskirts of the small village of Eldridge, there stood a decrepit old mansion, cloaked in shadows and rumors. The villagers spoke of it in hushed tones, calling it the Old Manor. No one had lived there for decades, and it was said to be cursed. According to the legend, a family once resided there, the Crawfords, but they had vanished mysteriously one stormy night many years ago. Since then, the manor had been left to rot, its walls crumbling and its windows shattered, like the hollow eyes of a long-forgotten ghost. One evening, curiosity got the better of young Emily, a spirited girl with a penchant for adventure. Determined to uncover the truth behind the rumors, she set off towards the manor, armed only with a flashlight and her courage. As she approached the gate, it creaked open with an eerie, slow groan, as if welcoming her into its dark embrace. The air grew colder as she stepped inside, her breath visible in the dim light of her flashlight. The interior was as decayed and forlorn as the exterior, dust-covered furniture, peeling wallpaper, and a grand staircase that seemed to lead into the very heart of darkness. Emily's footsteps echoed through the silence as she explored the ground floor. The sound of distant whispers and the occasional creak of floorboards kept her on edge. She found old portraits lining the walls, their eyes seemingly following her every move. The fear was palpable, but so was her determination. She ascended the grand staircase, each step more foreboding than the last. On the second floor, she discovered a room that appeared untouched by time. A single candle burned on a nightstand next to a large, ornate bed. As she reached out to touch the candle, an unseen force knocked her back, and the temperature in the room plummeted. She turned to see a spectral apparition, a woman in an old-fashioned dress, her eyes hollow and devoid of life. The ghostly figure seemed to beckon her. Frozen with fear, Emily watched as the spirit glided towards a concealed door behind the bed. The door creaked open to reveal a narrow, dark staircase leading into the depths of the mansion. Mustering all her courage, Emily followed. The stairs led her to a hidden basement, cluttered with old relics and tattered books. At the center of the room was a large, ancient-looking book on a pedestal. As she approached, the pages began to turn on their own, and the whispers grew louder. Suddenly, Emily felt a cold hand grip her shoulder. She spun around to find herself face to face with the entire Crawford family, their ghostly forms flickering in and out of existence. The air was thick with their sorrow and despair. They began to speak in a chorus of haunting voices, revealing the tragic story of their demise. They had been victims of a dark ritual meant to trap their souls within the manor forever. Emily realized that the book held the key to their release. With trembling hands, she recited the incantation inscribed on the pages. The room filled with blinding light, and the spirits of the Crawfords finally found peace, dissipating into the ether. As dawn broke, Emily emerged from the manor, forever changed by the night's events. The old mansion still stood, but the air around it felt lighter, as if a great burden had been lifted. The curse of the old manor had been broken, thanks to the bravery of one young girl.